Hi, welcome to Math 200. My name is Tara Stamps, and I'm going to be your professor this semester. So let's just get into all the important stuff that you need to know for Math for Teachers. So I'm going to go ahead and share something for you. Let's start with D2L. Okay, so when you're looking at D2L, first thing you're going to see is that announcement page. Just tells you a little bit about the course and stuff. This is by far my favorite course to teach. I mean, absolutely my favorite course. I love it. I love the content, the students, everything about it. So normally, we worked out that whole thing about, class meeting time only for the college to be like, psych, we're not meeting in class for the first couple of weeks. So when we do, if we do, start back to in-person classes, we'll meet either Mondays from 11 to 11:50 or Tuesdays from 12 to 12:50. You get to pick. If you want to come to both, that's cool too. So notice that those are in different rooms. I couldn't get the same room for both time frames, so they are in different rooms. I will figure out how to live stream from either one. I'm pretty sure it's 2608 has an eyeball camera that I can live stream from. So I can also record from there too. So because we're going to be online for the first couple of weeks, we're not going to meet. This first week, I'm not going to post any kind of videos or anything. I want you to just use that time to get familiar with the course. Okay. I will be available though. For these 2 weeks, I'll be available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from 11 to 1 virtually. So you can see that there's a Google Meet link down there. It's in blue. For help, you'll see that link kind of scattered throughout D2L and stuff, just to make sure that you know where to find me. You don't need an appointment. Just pop in. What I do from 11 to 1 is I just open up that Google Meet and I'm just sitting here. Usually I find other things to do. And if I hear the little bloop of somebody joining, I'm here. You don't have to stay the whole time. You don't have to show up right at 11. You can just show up, ask me questions, and then off you go. Okay, so if you go over to content, you will see all of the content for this course. If you scroll down, you'll see, weeks 1, 2, 3, everything, right? Make sure that you go ahead and install the Brightspace app on your phone. That way you'll get notifications on your phone for any kind of announcements or grades that go into D2L. Okay, so go ahead and do that. If you go back and look at the announcement, I put the links in there for you. You scroll down, you'll see that I put a link for the Brightspace app for Apple and then for Android as well. So those are there for you. Okay, so if we go over to week 1, again, I say, hey, we're online again. I just don't want you to miss that. The college will be open, by the way. So if you need to go to the bookstore or the library or Student Success Center or anything like that, the college is open. So you can go in there. The offices are open, financial aid, enrollment services, all that. Again, there's that link for Google Meet if you should need me. So here's the stuff for this week. Okay. Watch the introduction video, which you're doing now. Good job. Read over the syllabus. Get your account set up and become familiar with MyLab. And then we got, section 1.1. All right. Now, MyLab. If you go to the bookstore, they don't have just the access code for MyLab or My Math Lab. It's actually called like MyLab Math now. It used to be My Math Lab. Anyway, they don't have the access code for just that, but it is bundled with the book. So if you buy the book, the access code is in there as well in that bundle. There's been some confusion as to whether or not that's the case, but it is. The bookstore's like, oh, no, we don't have the code. No, you do have the code. You just have to buy the book. And the code's in there. So here's how you're going to do all that stuff. So if you scroll down, getting started with Math 200, we got the introduction video link, all the stuff that you're going to need, including the calculator. So we got the syllabus, my link for virtual office hours. Again, I told you that thing's scattered all over the place, so you can always find it. If you should need any technology, if you need a hotspot, if you need a computer, a loaner computer, the PSC's technology lending program is there to help. Also, if you need to borrow a calculator, you can go to the library. So we got you covered for whatever you might need. If you scroll down here for MyLab, we have a specific class code. That's where you're going to do all your homework and your quizzes. Okay. You will need that access code, and you can purchase it with the book in the bookstore or directly from Pearson. Now, if you have your book voucher, you have to use it in the bookstore. But if you've used your voucher up on something else, then you can certainly, and you have to pay for this out of pocket, then you might want to buy the code directly from Pearson. Okay. The code will be cheaper if you get it from them. If you have problems with My Lab, I put a link in there for troubleshooting, like frequently asked questions and stuff. I have a link right there to the My Lab login page and the steps to register for your access. Once you get that access code, this is the steps to register. For the material to learn section, each time I'm going to post video lecture notes. So if there's more than one video, I do link them into a playlist on YouTube, but I do try to keep it in one video if I can. And then the homework there, we've got the link to My Lab for you to do your homework. Passing the homework is going to get you the 2.5 points for that section. Okay. Passing means 75% or higher of a score. You get the same 2.5 points, whether you make a 75% on the homework or if you make 100%. So what's the benefit of making 100%? That, you want to do the best that you possibly can on these assignments. That will help you for the quizzes. That will help you for your tests as well. All of those homeworks are due by the end of the semester, but I really hope that you will keep up with these along the way. Okay. There's a total of 22 sections. I expect you to pass at least 20 of them. So I do give you 2 freebies that you can skip along the way. And then we have the quizzes section. So the quizzes are also going to be posted in My Lab. For each quiz, you get 2 attempts to earn the highest score possible. And sometimes they have between 1 and 5 questions. The quizzes are always due by Saturday. So my weeks go from Sunday to Saturday. Okay. So they start on a Sunday. Everything due that week is due by Saturday at 11:59. Okay. The quizzes, you only get 2 attempts. Once you open it, you better be ready to go. Okay. Because it will be counted as an attempt. You only get 2 attempts. The homework, you get unlimited attempts and it's not timed. And then the class meetings. I have all the information in there for when we do meet, but for this week, I'm not going to make any videos. I just want you to just kind of, familiarize yourself with the class. So let's go over here real quick to the syllabus. There it is. Scroll past it. So if we look at the syllabus, just a few things that I want to point out here. You will need a calculator. Okay. You can use an 83 or an 84. Or you can use a TI-30. I'm okay with any of those. I put a link in here. That is an active link to Pearson Publishing for the, if you want to purchase the My Lab access code directly from them. There's that link. We got the course description and stuff, your grading, how your grade's determined. All your scores are going to be in D2L. So don't look at the grade book in My Lab. That thing is a hot mess. I mean, dumpster fire. Don't look at that. So D2L is going to be where your grades are. I will keep them updated. My usual routine is every week to update, your grades so that they will stay up to date there. If you need any kind of special accommodations, extra time or anything like that, please contact our disability services. We have an accommodation request form, active link right there, and then an email and a phone number in case you needed to contact anybody. And of course, if you have any questions about any of that, just ask me. If I don't know, I'll direct you to a person who does know. For D2L, everything in your course is going to be in D2L. Okay, everything is going to be in there week by week. Everything's going to be in there. I will post announcements with little summaries reminding you, hey, make sure you go to the content area to, check out the stuff for that week. Your tests are going to be done by hand. I'm not going to have you do those in My Lab. All right. That's because the content that we're doing is going to require, explanations and drawings and things like that. So those you're going to be doing by hand. And then you're going to submit those into their D2L assignment folder. Okay. So you'll have a few days to work on them from the time that the test opens and I will post an announcement. Don't worry. I'll be like, hey, test is open. Here's the test. You have until, Wednesday to turn it in. And then Wednesday, I'll even send another email reminding you, hey, don't forget the test is due today. So as long as you have, you're checking D2L, you know that those announcements are there. I try not to overload you with too many announcements so that when I do post it, okay, I need to go read this. The quizzes we already talked about, homework we already talked about. Something new that you probably have not encountered before is something that I kind of made up a few years ago, and it's called From the Classroom assignments. There's going to be 5 of them throughout the semester. They're worth 10 points each. You'll have about 2 weeks to complete these. This is where our in-class in-class time is going to come in handy because you're probably going to have some questions on these. These are intended to give you real examples of children's work for you to not really grade, but just kind of analyze and say, hey, does this make sense? Does this not make sense? If it doesn't make sense, what went wrong? If it does make sense, why does it work? So even though this is math for elementary school teachers, you think, I can do elementary school math. Of course you can. Most people can do elementary school math, but can you explain elementary school math in multiple ways to accommodate multiple learning styles? And can you teach it in such a way as to make everything a natural progression instead of just a bunch of random topics with random rules that they just memorize? The goal is to make all of this fluid and connected and just kind of cool like that. That's the goal of this. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, I'm not going to teach math. I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've had many students over the years tell me, no, you understand, I'm not going to teach math. And guess what they end up teaching? Math. Why? Why would they do that? Because they want a job, and math teachers are all in demand. So what happens is, in order to get their foot in the door, they end up taking a math teaching job just so they're already in, so that when that reading job opens up, okay, well, hey, you're already working there, right? So my job is to prepare you for, you possibly being a math teacher, or that, you're at an elementary level where you're kind of forced to teach everything. If you're at the 3rd, 4th grade level, you're probably going to be teaching everything. You're a generalist kind of teacher. So, and that's really tough to be. We have the academic honesty statement. And then the miscellaneous section, you'll notice it says that we do have free tutors. It is really tough to find tutors for this class, but we do usually have one particular tutor. His name is Steve Cole, and he is amazing. Not just that, but he had me for these Math for Teachers classes years ago, did awesome in them. And you'll be shocked to learn that he was one that said, no, I'm not going to teach math. I'm going to teach history. What do you think he's teaching now? Spoiler alert, it's math. And he's a really good math teacher as well. So anyway, if they can, if the tutoring center can get their hands on him for tutoring, he's going to be awesome for you guys. That way, in case I'm not available at the times that you need me, or, if you just maybe don't feel comfortable coming to me or whatever, then he'll be there to help you. So there's the sections that we're going to cover on there. So yeah, that is about it. So let me stop sharing this and go over to a new tab. And let me just show you really quick the MyLab stuff. So once you get set up in MyLab, you're just going to click on assignments, and you're going to see that there's the homework sections, and then there's going to be quizzes as well. And I even put in some practice tests just as a way of kind of throwing a whole bunch of problems, of that particular type at you, because sometimes you know how to do the individual sections, but when it's all thrown together, it just kind of gets a little kooky and stuff. So with my lab, all you're going to have to do is worry about going to assignments and then clicking on those assignments to do those. Okay, so I think that just about finishes the overview up. Of course, there's a ton more, but the main thing is read the announcements, read the stuff that I put in D2L. I put a lot of time into the stuff that I put in the D2L content area and the announcements. I do put time into that stuff, just to make sure that it answers all of your questions and that you are able to, to get through the course and everything kind of makes sense and flow nice and naturally and stuff. So if you have questions, email me. I'm always available via email. Drop in that Google Meet link if you need me. Okay. If you send me an email and I don't respond within 24 hours, email me again. Okay. I'm really good about responding to my email. So if I don't respond in 24 hours, I didn't get your email. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Don't wait days and days for me to reply, because if I haven't responded within one day, I didn't get your email. So yeah, just keep that in mind as well. I did, my syllabus, it has my office phone on there. I'm not in my office right now. So if you call and you leave a message, I may or may not get it. So like I said, email is the best way to reach me. But, okay. And if you have questions about the content, let's say that you're doing the homework and you have a question about it, take a screenshot, email me that screenshot. If you don't know how to do that, on my computer, I hit there's a print screen button on there. So I hit that and then open up an email, hit Control-V, and it'll just like paste that screenshot in there. That way I see what you're working on and then I can help you with it. So, all right. Well, I hope we have a good semester, and fingers crossed that this 2 weeks of online learning is just the 2 weeks, and that we will be in class and I will get to meet all of you guys in person and help you guys in person. So, all right, here's to a good semester. So.